As if I needed any more reason to talk about Top Gun Maverick, the epic sequel to the original Top Gun film. Now leftists and wokesters all over the internet and in all these different mainstream media companies are starting to become very outraged and angry about this film. And they're starting to write some very interesting and honestly some pretty horrific hit pieces against this film because of its success. They absolutely hate that this film is successful, that this film is continuing to find success, and they are trying to do everything they can to discount that success and try to basically paint the picture that this has nothing to do with the fact that this film is, not woke or anything else. So this is all very interesting. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Woke-tard leftists whine as Top Gun continues to overperform, and indeed it is. This film is continuing to find so much success in the box office. It is insane. And it completely deserves it all, with the domestic take nearing $300 million after only 10 days in release. Top Gun Maverick continues to prove the obvious. Moviegoers of all ages will show up in droves if you entertain and inspire us. And of course, that is exactly what leftists hate. Moviegoers aren't losing that loving feeling for Top Gun Maverick this weekend, as the movie is destined to become Tom Cruise's top grossing movie ever at the domestic box office with $273 million. The 3 times Oscar nominee's previous high-earning title was Steven Spielberg's 2005 sci-fi title War of the Worlds at $234 million. Top Gun 2 is expected to beat War of the Worlds on Saturday. So it is just doing absolutely fantastic numbers, and that is so awesome to see. And of course, a lot of people out there are getting very angry about that. A second weekend hold of just 46% is extraordinary. Indeed it is. Most blockbusters dipped 60% or better. In other words, Top Gun Maverick has real legs and is almost certainly benefiting from repeat business. So people are going out to see it. People are recommending it to their friends to go see it. And that is what is sustaining this film to have the success that it is. So, getting over to the wokesters who are very, very upset with all of the success that this film is finding, Salon is in their favorite position besides themselves. No, Top Gun isn't an anti-woke success story, but rather a tribute to aging Tom Cruise and balls, reads the defensive headline. And yet, balls is exactly what's missing in the growing mountain of woke flops. No, balls as in masculinity instead of creepy men in high heels. And that is exactly the case of what this film is all about. This film is a film, as you can see here, this is the title of their article here, really just exposing themselves as being just super upset about this. But this is indeed the case. They're literally proving our point that this is what people want. When people want action heroes, they want action heroes with balls. They want action heroes that are actual, strong, assertive, and confident male characters. They don't want weak characters. They don't want weak, soft men, which is exactly what they're trying to do with James Bond right now. They're trying to weaken him and soften him. That's what they did with Luke Skywalker in the sequel trilogy. They weakened and softened him. And we're continuing to see this time and time again. Halo. They did the same thing with Halo over at Paramount Plus. They weakened and softened Master Chief. And we're continuing to see this in so many franchises, but not in Top Gun. In fact, they went the opposite direction with that, and now look at the success that they are seeing. The Guardian is seething. So let's see what The Guardian is seething about.
No, Top Gun Maverick success isn't down to being pro-American and anti-woke.
They just can't stand that this is the truth. And so they're trying to change the truth. They're trying to base it on a fantasy, and they are completely failing at it because they are completely not even trying to prove their point at all. And everything speaks very against their points. The sub-headline is even more glorious. Right-wing pundits have tried to claim the sequel's box office success as their success, but there are enough examples to show that this isn't the case. And you lost me in that middle part of the article when it says, it is indeed true that
Top Gun Maverick does not go out of its way to celebrate inclusion and diversity in the sometimes cloying corporate way, most closely associated with various Disney properties.
So, wait, so you're saying that the anti-wokeism of Top Gun Maverick doesn't have anything to do with its success, but then you also acknowledge that it doesn't, pander for diversity like a lot of other films do coming from Hollywood, which is interesting because that is exactly proving our point. That fans and moviegoers aren't going in droves because of diversity. They're not going in droves because of inclusion. People are going out to movie theaters to see good movies. They want good stories. They want good films. And diversity and inclusion does not have anything to do with that for the majority of normal Americans. The Guardian also let this one loose. In other words, Top Gun 2 is studiously apolitical. Wow, imagine that. A film coming from Hollywood that is apolitical. And people are confounded about why this film is finding success as it is. Well, I have a little bit of a hint for you. Maybe it has to do with the fact that they aren't pushing a lot of the leftist political agendas, the neo-Marxist messages that Hollywood is continually trying to push in many of their properties. So Top Gun 2 is way overperforming, but meanwhile, all of these films are complete flops, and all of these films are films that are part of successful franchises, and yet they decided to go woke. So Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick is continuing to just absolutely crush it in the box office, and it deserves all the success that it is getting. And there's something really cool about all of this that I thought was just awesome. So I just want to share this with you because I found this to be absolutely fantastic coming from Tom Cruise, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So when this all started to come out and Top Gun 2 was starting to find its success, Tom Cruise said this: "Thank you to everyone who saw Top Gun Maverick and helped to make it a historic opening weekend." That is awesome. That is exactly what we want Hollywood to be responding to us by, not by calling us sexist and racist and everything else, not by, crapping on the majority of middle America or anything else. All we want is for them to show a little bit of appreciation for our support and keep their political nonsense out of it. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.